You're watching Let's with Ayuma.
Hey, I'm Ayuma Michelle and welcome to Let's with Ayuma. This is an online safe space that I started to empower progressive women from all around the world to thrive with purpose, okay? So today I'm going to share with you that sis, you did not miss the bus. And I can't wait to get deep into this topic today because there's a very special story behind it. But then, before we go any further, you know what time it is, okay? If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please watch this video and watch another one. And if you dig it, please subscribe. And if you've been watching my content this far and you're yet to subscribe, clearly it means you love my content. So please, let's become family, subscribe, so that the next video will simply be shown as a notification and you can keep following up on my content at ease, okay? And as usual, because we are women of abundance, if you love this content, please share it with a woman in your life that you know or a person that you know, and let it encourage them as well, so that as you rise, they are also rising, okay? Check your circle and ensure that you're empowering your circle and they are growing just the way you are growing, okay? Okay, so as I'd mentioned before, I was going to share some more things, but before what I was sharing, today's topic is covering the theme of sis, you did not miss the bus. And this topic is very special because of a few things that I'll share with you later. But first and foremost, can we have a moment for my nice hairstyle today? I really was, I've been wearing like this sort of like, what do they call this hairstyle? I don't know, but I was going for Princess Leia vibes for Star Wars, and also what's her name? This Mexican artist, Frida, I forget her name, Frida, ladies, please remind me. She's like the famous Mexican artist, woman. She's called Frida, very revolutionary, very open-minded. She had like one eyebrow. That woman keeps inspiring me. So yeah, I was just going for this hairstyle. So I really love it, and it's all my 100% natural hair, and it's in its shrunk state. It's not straightened. So I just love all this amazingness and magic that's happening over here. Okay, so enough. So much for humility, right? So anyway, let's go further into this topic. Story time. So this topic, I don't know whether I'd mentioned this before in earlier topics or earlier videos, but ladies, I'm one of those people who actually am a dreamer, and sometimes I do dream things that are connected to reality. If you've never met somebody like that, here I am. You've met the very first person. We are human, we are natural, we don't have weird psychic powers. It's just a gift, okay? I am not subscribing to any funny beliefs or whatever. For myself, I am a born-again Christian, and part of our spiritual gifts that God gives us is, gift of the gift that come with it is dreaming, And part of these dreams is that my dreams, whenever I dream and I remember the dream, it's connected to actually a reality in my life or in people's lives in general. So there are a couple of things, not only world events, but also some things locally that have been happening that I already foresaw in dreams. So what that normally drives me to is pray for people, to pray upon such situations, and then also to encourage people. Like if I dream about someone particular, I start praying for them because it's highly likely that something is going to happen in their lives. Unfortunately, sometimes it has to do with maybe a major change or something that they're going through, or sometimes death. So literally, like just a few weeks back, I actually thought of somebody, and unfortunately after a week they ended up passing on. But the good thing is I prayed for them, and I'm definitely confident in where they are at. They're in peace. They were suffering for long, and now they're in a good place. So it's sort of like a forewarning. And I have friends who are like that. I literally had a friend who who dreamt of the father going, that the father was given some keys to heaven and stuff, and literally that actually happened. So we do exist, and these are not, we not only live in a world that is, physical and political and all of that, but we also live in a world that's highly spiritual. So I'm one of those people. And so one day I was dreaming, and this word came through. It sort of felt like a breath of knowledge and an assurance that you did not miss the bus. You did not miss the bus. At first I was like, okay, is this message for me or is it for other people? And when I thought about it, okay, there's lots of context which also has to do with my life, but also there's a context that has to do with people. Again, this is another thing. I don't know whether you ladies have already known me so far, but I'm a deep feeler. And I think me being a deep feeler and being very connected to my emotions, it helps me better tap into people's emotions as a coach. And it also helps me serve people at levels that they never even knew that they needed to be served. This is why for me, my work is very deeply connected to my faith. And that's why I normally say that God is my CEO, because he literally guides me, and every single client he's brought my way is literally somebody who truly needed to be served with my gifts and with a specific message that these people needed. I've had clients who came to me who were telling me that they have professional issues. Turns out they had marital issues. And those of you who know me, I am not married. My dating life has been a bit rough, but not rough, but my dating life has just been, okay, let me just be honest. I had abandoned my dating life. That's what I've been telling my business coach, who by the way is challenging me to get into the dating scene, and also my therapist. I actually realized that I abandoned it because of, some personal issues that I'm now working on, and now I'm back into the dating scene. Hello. So, I came to realize that there are some things which I think I've literally lost at my trail of thought just a little bit, but I came to realize that there are some things that I deeply feel, and because I am not necessarily in, all well-knowing about relationships and stuff, I was still able to serve this woman who's been in a marriage for quite some time, and she was able to feel full. Right now, she's living an even more fulfilled life. Her relationship with her husband improved, and they rebuilt their friendship, which is something so beautiful. I have worked with widows who are relearning themselves, and I was able to deeply feel that there was something deeper than what they were telling me about their business and why they are doing this and why they are serving this. And because of that, I was able to challenge this particular lady who's a widow, proudly a widow, to go deeper into her story and learn that what happened to her is actually she can turn it around into a gift and serve people out of the same place of vulnerability which she was suffering from. So right now she's actually empowering fellow widows to upskill and find jobs and build something new out of their lives, and so many other stories I can tell you about. So I'm just giving you a bit behind the scenes of what happens in my business at Let's. And of course, if you're curious to have a clarity call with me, just in case you're wondering, is what I'm going through, is it really a storytelling issue or is it an actual deeper issue? Please arrange a clarity call with me, a discovery call with me at info@letsfindyourstory.com, and I'd be more than happy to have this complimentary 45-minute call with you, so that we can get to better understand your challenge, because that's 50% of the problem solved. Because once you figure out what the exact challenge is, I'll then be able to tell you, am I the right coach for you? Is it even a storytelling issue? Or is it an issue that can be addressed by another coach? I have a beautiful network of amazing female coaches, and I can trust them. I can put my name. I give you my word that they will do a great job, okay? I never want to turn away a woman who's ready to work on her life and transform her life, okay? So after I had this dream, it became clear that obviously there's part of it that's to me, but part of this message is also to you, the people who are in my platforms, the people who follow my journey, the people who've been learning from me. I want to encourage you today that you did not miss the bus. this is a phrase, or what do you guys call this? Like when somebody says you did not miss the bus, like what kind of thing is it, or phrase? Please educate me on the comments below. But it's sort of like, it's not a metaphor. Is it a metaphor? It's not a euphemism. Is it a metaphor? Maybe it's a metaphor, right? That you did not miss the bus. It means you're not missing out. Like the whole FOMO thing. You did not miss that which was for you, that which is for you. So in what I'm actually saying is that you are right where you need to be. You are not missing out on anything. You are on the path that you're supposed to be in. So please be patient with yourself. And I'll break it down to you with the following story. I'm getting a little bit more vulnerable today by sharing with you an actual personal experience that I had some years ago. Not some years, just a few years ago actually. I literally had to let go of somebody in my life who kept making me feel like I was not enough, or I was not worthy, or like I was left behind in life. We were both in our 30s, but she's a little bit older than me. But because her life had been set up in a certain way, she was feeling like by me being around her, she kept, every time that we met with this person, she would constantly ask me why I decided to go into business. She could not understand why I was not getting a communications job, maybe at some NGO that pays well, and without recognizing that actually I did that. She was not understanding why my salary or my financial situation was the way it was. She was just not understanding. And so every single time we'd meet, this particular lady would consistently question me. There's a time I was thinking like this person was just being caring, and I always give somebody the benefit of the doubt. I just always just listen, because you never know. You learn from people in all manner of ways. So sometimes it could be through critique, sometimes it could be through criticism, sometimes it could be through tough love. In business, I have literally come to a point where I open up my mind to listen. Whether or not that person is being mean or whatever, I take that in, and then I choose to take a course of action based off of this person. Are they projecting, or is it actual advice? Or is it this person is trying to discourage me or something of the sort? But the most important thing is to listen first, because after you listen, you will then be well informed about the next action to take. You will have a context of who this person is, their intentions, and also what they are saying. And does it all align? And when it's aligning to what? Is it something constructive or destructive? Then I make my decision. So I always listen to people. So what this happened is that I kept feeling with time, like every single time I meet with this person, I kept feeling like I'm not enough, like financially I am behind, like I should be doing something better. Maybe because she's older than me, she's experienced, the various things, and she's a well-traveled, well-experienced person. So I was thinking that maybe this person is telling me that I have more to offer and stuff like that. But I think she was projecting a lot onto me, because maybe she thought that I am missing out on a lot because I should be better. I should be in a better place. But it was destructive, because I kept finding myself consistently and constantly defending my dream and defending my vision, consistently defending why I am running this business, consistently defending why I choose to earn this particular salary in my business, which you can't compare necessarily to maybe some nice big job at a humanitarian job or communications job somewhere. I kept feeling like I'm defending myself every single time. And so the reality is, when God gives you a vision, it's not for you. It's not for other people to understand. It is for you to understand. It is your business. Meaning, when constantly people are like, I don't get your vision, don't get where you're going, I don't get what you're doing, I don't get this person that you're becoming, it's okay. It's actually okay, because it's none of their business, it is yours. And as long as you get into the business of deeply and intimately understanding your vision, then you won't even have the time or you won't even have the time to constantly keep defending it to people who is none of their business to understand. It is yours to understand. And the reason why I say this is because, one of the encouraging, along the journey, I have gotten lots of teachers and who I've opened up myself to, be it through challenging experiences like that one or positive experiences, where I hear fellow teachers who have, and by saying teachers, it's not I'm sitting in a classroom and I'm learning. Teachers are experiences, people, things that teach me things through this journey, that validate my journey and my vision, and that keep pushing me forward towards my purpose. And they keep releasing little glimpses of my purpose throughout my journey, as long as I stay true to it, right? So I heard that from Steve Harvey. He said that the worst thing you could do to yourself or to your vision is share your vision with somebody who thinks small of you. Somebody who thinks small of you. Because it's none of your business, but it's yours. So if somebody is thinking so small of you, why on earth would you share with them your big vision, your big life purpose that has been revealed to you? Because they will only look at it and process it from a place of smallness and limitation. They will not look at you from a place of abundance. So unfortunately, that's what I was doing. So I simply corrected it by cutting that person off my life, just avoiding them, and it's released me from that effort and energy that I was really putting a lot into somebody who's consistently making me defend my dream and my vision consistently. Yet this is supposed to be a friend who's speaking life. So I want to encourage you today that if you've been feeling, especially because of this pandemic, and many of us maybe had dreams and visions and goals, 6-month goals, 1 year goals, 2 years goals, 5 year goals, 10 years goals. Maybe those goals have been disrupted. Maybe you started this decade, even towards the end of 2019, or people in my country, COVID hadn't yet hit in 2019. It hit in Kenya maybe towards March 2020 or February 2020. And so, by the time 2019 ended, maybe you probably had a vision of where your life would be that year, or in the next 2 years or 5 years or 10. But now, maybe things have completely been disrupted. There are industries that have completely been shut down. There are businesses that have completely been shut down. While there are others which have literally been given room to emerge. There are businesses that have literally, come up during this pandemic. And so, even just in life with relationships, there are relationships that have transformed. There are people we've gained, there are people we've lost. And also with regards to transitions, there are people who maybe were married, but now they're no longer married. Maybe they're widowed or divorced or whatever, And or even in relationships, maybe you began the decade in a relationship and now you're no longer in a relationship. Or maybe you began without when you're not in a relationship, but now you're in a relationship, and it could be in a good or maybe a learning area, So in some way, I think many people have been struggling, because I deeply feel, and also I've been listening into lots of conversations when I meet with fellow entrepreneurs, when I'm listening to online conversations, and I realize that many people are feeling left behind, because there are some people whose lives have exponentially, gone forward, but there are also people's lives that have gone, that have taken a little few steps back. Some people's lives have paused and others have been completely disrupted. So what I want to encourage you today is to know that you did not miss the bus. You have not missed the bus. And especially now, I keep hearing, this is an example. Like, for example, when we hear of all of these conversations, there's a beautiful conversation we had in one of my women groups where we were talking about some of these award schemes, right? Where they vote people or leaders based off of age, 20 under 20, 30 under 30, 40 under 40. But it's all about young people rewarding youth and rewarding quick success. That's how I see it. And obviously, we are living in an age of social media. There are some people on social media who have really grown. They are living completely different lives than they'd ever imagined. And yet, there are also other people's lives that have been disrupted and they had to start afresh or pivot. But also, there are some people who literally, your life, whatever, maybe you were taking there was a particular pattern and a trajectory that your life was taking, but now it's becoming a little harder to do the things that you were doing. I want to acknowledge that. And I also want to acknowledge the beauty of progress, slow progress, because we live in a world which is very instant. People want instant millionaires, people want instant gratification, people want instant followers. You want to go to sleep, post a video, and by morning you want 1 million followers or views. That's the kind of world that we are living in. And the world tends to really reward such, miraculous or sort of like Big Bang, sort of like instantaneous sort of incidences. But the reality is success looks different. And so if you're on your journey towards success and maybe things are taking a little longer for you compared to your peers, if you're in a financial position where it's taking you a little bit longer to make the investments or to get to your financial goals, or even with regards to relationships, maybe you're taking yourself through a journey of healing before you can get to a place of maturity where you can start dating again or fall in love or build or get into a marriage. That is if you're in a relationship already. Or if you're in your career and you're seeing your peers are completely like they are just going on another level, and for you it's just taking you time to build that craft, to build that skill, to work on your vault. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. Be patient with yourself. Keep working on yourself, because this life is not wasteful. That's something that on my short journey on this life for 3 decades, I have learned that this life is not wasteful. Any effort that you put in to become a better person, it will be rewarded. And it will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. So I want to encourage you to just keep focusing on your journey. Stay on your lane. Be patient with yourself. Don't compare yourself with other people. Do not even compare yourself with the world's standards of success. Compare yourself with your future you, the best future you, as I shared with you in the previous video. And then also be mindful of your purpose, because your purpose looks different from other people. You're on this journey for a reason. If you wake up every morning knowing that you're going to serve your purpose, I tell you that is more fulfilling than waking up and chasing a paycheck for something you have nothing to do with in this life and delaying your purpose. And there's something powerful I learned from a woman that I really follow. She's an amazing woman called Priscilla Shire. She said that the world looks at age with regards to how old you are. But I love that she looked at age with regards to purpose, in that you could be a 20-year-old with only 5 more years to live in this life. And yet there could be a 50-year-old who has 20 more years to live in this life until her purpose is fulfilled. So you tell me, who is older? Who is older? The one with 20 more years to live out her purpose, or the one with 5 more years to live out her purpose? Of course, it's the one with 20 more years to live out her purpose. So the 50-year-old is actually younger than the person who is 20, right? So do not compare yourself according to the world. And especially now that we've seen with COVID, it's really taught us about the brevity of life and how important it is to make it our business to wake up and ask ourselves, what is my purpose? And how can I draw closer to it today? Don't look at the world. Don't look at Instagram followers and views. Don't look at how much money the other business is earning. Don't look at how much money your peers are earning. You do not know what circumstances have led to them being there. Focus on your journey. Have this laser focus on where you want to go. And as long as you show up for your purpose every day, know that your purpose is the driver of that bus. So how can you truly miss a bus when your purpose is the driver of that bus? Your purpose is the one that tells you have 5 more years or you have 20 more years. So you better get on it and treat it as urgent as it is, right? So this is my encouragement to you. I have no idea who needs to hear this message, but I just felt it so strongly in my heart that I needed to share this message with some of you, and that even if it's for one person, even if it's half a person, even if it's for one person, or even if one word has just spoken life to you, that's all that matters, because it was really stirring within me. There's another message I wanted to share today, but I was like, you know what? I really want to share this, because at first I was like, oh, will it be too personal or whatever? But for me, I've just gotten to a point where, especially on this platform, which is our YouTube channel, I really don't care about what other people think or say or whatever. I'm here to serve my purpose. I'm here to serve you and help you elevate and progress in your purpose. So as long as I speak to one person, that's all that matters, okay? Speaking of one person, I recently did a giveaway on social media to I'd reached out to one of the most engaging YouTube follower here on the Let's with Ayuma channel, and this amazing person decided to gift that decided to ask me, requested that I should gift it to actually somebody who urgently needs it, who really needs it. So I ended up doing that, and the winner is actually she's called Adero Okudo. So congratulations, Adero. We're going to have our 2-hour consulting session with you, and I can't wait to see how we speak life to each other's journeys, and it will be such an honor to work with you. So thanks so much. My most engaging YouTube subscriber, you're called Words and Pictures. I don't know what your real name is, but thank you so much for joining with me, and thank you so much for being so generous enough to actually share it with a woman, now Adero, who actually urgently needs it. So thank you so much. Please comment below. We've come to the end of the video. Please comment below. Does anything that I've shared in this video today, in today's episode, resonate with you? Please share with me. What do you think about the whole conversation about missing the bus, about the whole thing of youth, rewarding youth, and this quickness in life, and the view of success and purpose? Whatever it is that you've had from today's video, please comment below and let me know so that we can have a discussion, and I could also learn something from you. As you know, this is Let's with Ayuma, an online safe space that I started to empower progressive women from all around the world to thrive with purpose, and indeed to thrive with our purposes, which are the drivers of our buses. So we are not missing any buses up on this channel, okay? So that's all I have for you today. If you need a consulting session with me, not a consulting session, but a discovery call with me to just figure out your current story challenge, and is it a really storytelling challenge or something else, please email me at info@letsfindyourstory.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you clarify your current challenge and guide you towards the right expert to work with. It might be me, it might be somebody else, okay? But show up for you, okay? This is Let's with Ayuma, an online safe space where I am empowering progressive women from all around the world to thrive with purpose, okay? Please remember to like, comment, and to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!